All right, Larry James, SpeakerLarry.com. Welcome back. This is video number 8, and video number 8 I'm titling Be You. Just be you. Because whatever you're doing, you're going to be you, right? It's going to be you. If I'm watching you on a video, if I'm listening to you on an audio, at the end of that audio or that video, when I play it back, that is you. That is who you were. That is the way you acted. That is what you did. And then when you're able to do that and you're comfortable with it, then you can share information a lot more comfortable, because the second part of my system, which is to teach you how to become more comfortable speaking about it, is the most difficult. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. I'm not going to tell you that it is not when it is. Because for me, it was very, very difficult. Because I didn't know that I had a fear of speaking in public. Yeah, me. As much as I like to talk. I didn't realize that once I got in front of a crowd, it would make me feel the way it would make me feel, right? But after practice and time again, I become more accepting of it. I won't say comfortable, I'll say accepting, because I knew that it was in line with where I wanted to go, and where I wanted to go required that I become good at it. So I said to myself, you're going to have to practice this, and you're going to have to process it in a way that you can understand it. So I'm an analytical type person. So in order for me to really understand it, I need to be doing it, because I need to understand what it makes me feel like when certain things happen, right? When I see a lady over here that's really just excited, or a guy over here just shouting at me and saying I'm the craziest person they've ever seen, and that none of that is true, on and on and on, I need to understand how I'm going to handle that. And I can't identify how I'm going to handle it unless I'm in that situation. But I can kind of, say to myself, well, I'm going to remain professional at all times. I'm not just going to, bark back at someone just because they're barking at me. I'm going to try to, diffuse the situation and keep it moving and get on with my message, right? And that's what I can do. And that's what you can do also. But, initially, you don't know exactly how you're going to react, because sometimes people will say things like this. They'll say something negative, and the crowd will say, ooh, right? And then you're having to say, well, wait a minute, how do I want to react to this? Because I got something I can share. I got something I can say. But, I don't want to go there. So we're just going to try and diffuse it. And this is what I recommend you do too. Because, I'm not saying that it will happen on a regular basis. And chances are it'll never happen, because it hasn't happened to me. Not that someone hadn't wanted to say certain things, or, but they hadn't happened yet. And when it does, I'll just, like I say, I'll work on diffusing it and keeping the reaction negatively to a minimum. Okay, that's what I consciously work on. But getting back to the be you part, when you do something, especially things that you are good at, are you've put in the time, you put in the work, you've studied, the moving parts involved, then you can kind of, do a little something different. You don't have to just always stand in the same place. You can kind of move around a little bit, and let the crowd, know that, you are a human being. You're not like a robot. You just can, answer certain questions at certain times. But you still want to remain who you are. You don't want, like I was telling you about the different speakers. You have speakers that will shout and motivate and get you excited, so excited. When you walk out that door, you just want to do something. Day later, you're back to the same old you. You see, that's not a good thing. You want to be ever growing. You want to be ever increasing your knowledge in something that you love, or something that you enjoy, and yourself. You always want to be working on self. Personal growth is major in my format. Always. The mind, the body, and the spirit. 3 things I work on every day. And I suggest you do the same. Because, see, this world that we're in requires an understanding of all those, the mind, the body, and the spirit. You need to understand something on all levels of those, because if not, you'll take things too seriously. You'll get too depressed. So you can do anything in life as long as you balance out. If you get depressed about something, you're feeling sad, you're kind of despondent, then it's okay. That's normal. But come back. At some point you have to come back, or you have to get treatment, right? Because you've gone too far. You're not you anymore. And same thing with positive things. Like one of the examples I like to use is people who win the lottery. When you go from, let's say, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. When you go from $100,000 a year to $7.6 million in the bank, you are a different person. Or you are not understanding what just happened. Simple as that. Because money has the ability to change who you are or who you perceive yourself as being, if you let it. Now, is that a good thing? I don't think it's a good thing. I think you should always be in control of the money and how you feel about the money. But some people, they're not that way. And once they get the money, they're going to show you who they really are. And when they show you who they really are, please believe them. Please believe they are telling you the truth. Because they are. That's who they are. Take away the money, and they'll be back to Humbleville, called Humblesville. They will ride with you. They will talk with you, laugh with you, giggle with you, give them that money back. Repeat process. So just be mindful that, we're all different. There's over 7 billion people on the planet. Nobody has the same DNA. We all process things differently. But we all basically want the same thing. We want to be happy. We want to be healthy. We want, our family members to be proud of us. We want our family members to be healthy and happy. We want life to be something that we can say we have lived, right? We want to say we participated, opposed to sitting on the sidelines and watching your life pass by. Because if you're not doing anything, you are sitting on the sidelines watching your life pass by. Because let me give you a little nudge on something. We have an expiration date. All of us. You too. And if you don't take advantage of what you have to work with right now, those things will become limited for you. Your health, your sanity, your drive, your status, your position. Where you have health and sanity and maybe have a few dollars that you can invest in you today, you may not have that tomorrow. Life is like that. So what you can do for you to better you and your position in life, and especially in a way that you can help other people, try and incorporate that into your day-to-day. Try to look at other people from a different perspective and, work on you, work on you, work on you. And if you work on you, you don't really have to worry about other people because the way they react to you will be different. Just like me. I have people all the time who react to me totally different than they used to because I've moved. I've changed levels. My attention for insignificance is not as much as it was before. When I say insignificance, I mean when people say negative things about me that used to bother me a little bit. Now I just understand why they would say it. They have something to say it about, right? Now, if I was sitting on the sidelines with my legs crossed and my arms folded, they wouldn't really have much to say, would they? But with me being on front stage and center stage, speaking and moving and sharing and this and that, they have every opportunity to say what they want to say, right? So in other words, I'm raising my hand. I'm letting them know I have something to say. And if they're not listening, don't let what they say about me distract from what I'm saying. Because what I'm saying has been thought over. It's a process. I'm just not talking. This is a process that I put in place to help people who are interested in doing something different going into 2017. And if you are still watching these videos, that's you. That's right, that's you, because see, you would have stopped a long time ago if something about these videos weren't interesting enough for you to get to video number 8. Continue watching. I got 2 more to go. You're going to love them. SpeakerLarry.com.